Why are you here today? What sort of common issues are we finding that we feel our association blueprint can help with? The first thing we find is lapsing memberships. So this can be for multiple different reasons, whether it be because of lack of options for payment, whether it be because of payment issues, or whether it be because of communication issues, lack of automation. We find that we work so hard to gain our members that we need to fight hard to make sure that we retain our members as well. We find that a lot of associations, especially the smaller ones over time, end up with fragmented data. And this means that you have multiple platforms or for multiple different departments or different functions that don't speak to each other. So we can't get a clear view of what's going on in different areas of our organization. The lack of self-serve capabilities we find to be a big issue. Whether it be the ability for your members to access events, change things on their profile or their CASL compliance or GDPR compliance, whether they'd like to edit their own membership, change their level of membership, edit their payment style, you name it. Whether they'd like to open a case or a ticket, something that's going on with them. And lastly, if they'd like to use their storefront to whether it's purchase a paid event, a product, or a course or something that you offer. That leads us to the lack of digital payment gateway. So if you do want paid services available to your clients or to your members, the ability to do so. Quality, relevant marketing content. This one is a huge one for me. We live in a day and age now where we're constantly being bombarded with communications from a multitude of different organizations or different places. And it is more important than ever that we provide quality and relevant marketing content to the people we want to communicate with. And what this means is that we understand what their interests are and how we can communicate with them. So that way, when they open something from us, they feel they're being provided value. Visibility and reporting. So once we have all of these great functionality and we understand our process within the solution, we want to make sure that we have the ability to report and make real-time decisions so we can understand where there may be inefficiencies or maybe bottlenecks in our process. And lastly, unresolved cases and tickets. As I mentioned, it's very important that we take care of our individual members at this time, both through how we communicate with them, but with customer satisfaction as well. So we need to make sure that if they have any cases or tickets open, that we come to a quick resolution. I'm going to go through this in the live demonstration in just a moment, but I just wanted to list the features that are going to help us answer some of those questions and some of those issues that we just spoke about. So our member management, of course, whether different types of members and different membership capabilities. Our event management, so an event calendar available through the portal and being able to manage them from the CRM side to understand who's going to events and report nicely on the result of that event. A storefront where you can easily, as I mentioned, have products, paid events, or courses that you offer with a fully integrated payment gateway. Continuing education. So whether you want to track your members' education or have prerequisites for courses or registration for events. Information sharing, as we talked about before, very crucial that we do this in the right way. So whether it's managing their subscription lists or their CASL compliance or allowing them to do that themselves. And lastly here is fundraiser and donor management. For some of you that applies. So we want to track our donors, their history of donations, even communicate effectively based on who we know is a donor. Security, whether it be with the out-of-the-box security rules or we get slightly more complex, you can easily segment your organization between who can see what data, so that way people are only accessing the information that you want them to see. And of course, security is always top of mind through our portal, and everything is hosted here on Azure. Membership directories, so it could be internal or external, whether you'd like to have a lookup on your portal or if it's just an internal membership directory. Of course, we're multilingual ready with English, French, and Spanish, and we have dozens of other languages available if you let us know. Office 365 and Dynamics Marketing integration. So this is one of the great benefits of going onto a platform like Dynamics 365. We have seamless integration with your Office 365 platform and of course your marketing platform as well. So everything sits inside a nice one database where we can access everything. Portal and member website. So this is where a lot of our self-serve functionality comes out. As we spoke about before, we'll be spending a lot of time there today in the demo. And lastly, finance and performance reporting. Whether it's tracking taxes or tracking invoices for your members, we also want to make sure that we get our reporting from it as well, so we can better identify any inefficiencies and fix them.